Howdy folks, my name is Teri, and here on my channel I make tutorial videos trying to show you that you can paint miniatures. And with the announcement of Star Wars Legion being released on March 22nd, a lot of people are really excited, but a lot of people I've seen in the comments already saying, oh, I don't want to paint that much white, the Stormtroopers are gonna suck, and I want to say to you, no! They're gonna be great. You're gonna love it. The models are beautiful in the set. I'm doing an overview of the game in a future video, but I really want to say now, you can absolutely paint these Stormtroopers very easily to a great tabletop quality level, where you can be proud of them, the way they look on the table, and they can be done really fast. And I'm going to show you how today in this video. So if you got 15-20 minutes to spend on a miniature, you can definitely paint these guys up. Alright, we're going to start with the miniature primed black. This is really important. You can try different colors, but ultimately black is where you're going to start because you want to maintain those black lines. And all the techniques we're going to be using in this tutorial are fundamental techniques, so the most basic techniques. It doesn't matter your skill level, you can definitely do this. Now, from the black primed miniature, you're going to take some gray paint and you're going to dry brush it on. For a lot of my dry brushing, I like army painter paints. They're a little bit thicker, I find, and they go on a little bit smoother because they don't dry down right away. And I'm using my favorite dry brush, the Eyes, Lips, Face contour brush. It's a makeup brush. I'm going to link it in the description below. You can check it out. You can buy it at drugstores, at Target, at Walmart, all sorts of places, and it's so cheap, and it is the best dry brush you will ever have. I've made videos about it before. Now, from the dry brush of the gray, you're going to move into dry brushing white using the same technique. Now, I try to keep the paint concentrated on the highest points of the model, and so ultimately when it comes to dry brushing, we want to focus where the eyes are going to be. With these miniatures, especially with the white of them, I like to make sure that I'm hitting them on the top side of the model, the top of the head, top of the shoulder pads, and anything else. Like, I'm not too worried about the underside or the insides of their legs so much, but I'm going to focus more on making sure that I'm getting paint on those highest points. Now, after the second dry brush layer, which is one layer of white, we're going to do white again. You can do this particular step as many times as you would like, but it gives you a really good strong sense of where the white's going to be on this miniature, and it still keeps the black lines, keeps the crevices nice and dark, so you don't have to go back in and blackline all of that stuff, which can be a real pain. Now, once you've done all that dry brushing, you're going to take a brush. You're going to thin your white paint down, and you're going to do layers to whiten up the miniatures on the wide, large, big pieces of armor. So where the white should be nice and smooth, like those big leg plates, the top of the helmet, the front chest pieces where they're completely exposed and not like hidden by arms or guns, those long elevated pieces on the legs, where that trim happens to be right down the front of the miniature, highlighting that with white. So if your white paint is not very pigmented, you might have to do a couple coats of this. I've got a really pigmented white paint that I've thinned down nice and beautifully, and I'm just going to do one thin coat of that. Again, if you need to thin your paint down, don't hesitate to thin it down and put multiple coats on. But with this technique, I was able to do it with one coat because I did such a heavy dry brush of white on everything else. Now that is it. You're done at this point. All you need to do is make a wash out of black. Now you can use black paint, mix it with water. I actually used a little bit of Army Painter Dark Tone and a little bit of black Army Painter paint, and I mixed them together. And then I washed that on the guns and all the weapons. Really, it's just that simple. So yeah, that's it. It took me 20 minutes to do a single miniature when I did them in a batch. It took me about 15 minutes to do. But otherwise, that's it. It's not hard. I really do hope that you can do this, that you try it, that you don't play with gray miniatures, because these miniatures are so beautifully tooled, so beautifully sculpted, that they deserve more than that. I think they deserve more than that. So yeah, you have black paint, you have white paint, you have a brush, you can do this. You can absolutely do this. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if this video helped you at all, if you want to tell me that this is useless to you, you go ahead. Let me know in the comments below. I also want to say thank you to my backers on Patreon for making videos like this possible. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do these videos today. So thank you guys so much. And if you want to help out, you can also feel free to follow the link down below. Thanks so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you soon.